Here's a video of my top 10 homeschooling games. Hope you can hear me over the noise of the traffic. For some reason, the second I want to record, all the cars decide to get past. Anyway, my top 10 games. So, which would you consider the best game, Lorenzo? Which is your favorite?
Probably Wildcraft.
Wildcraft? Okay, well, yeah, I think that is one of the kids' favorite. So let's say, our top one would be this one, Wildcraft. Wildcraft it's like a board game. Let's see. It's like a board game. You know, it's a standard, you know, you got to get to the, I think you have to get to the middle and then home again with this one. And then you've got these different cards and they help you. It's a great one if you're into things like edible wild herbs or foraging or anything like that, because it actually teaches them about some of the qualities of some of these different herbs and what they can be used for. So that's why this one is particularly educational over any other standard board game. So that's our number one. Number two I'm going to choose is No Stress Chess. This box is completely beaten up. They've played this so much. They had no idea how to play chess, and I actually have never learned to play chess either. So I couldn't teach them. Now Kalen knows, but he's often working, so he doesn't have so much time to teach them. So I bought this for them after a recommendation, and it's amazing. Within a year they learned to play, and now they play all the time. They play each other, they play online chess, they've played with their dad Kalen, they've played with their uncle, and they're really good at playing chess now. So this was amazing, and I didn't have to do any teaching them. They just played it together. They played it with their cousins a few times, and yeah, it completely taught them how to play. I can't recommend it highly enough if you want your kids to learn to play chess and you're, for whatever reason, unable to teach them. They also put this one, I got them to put all their favorite games. I'm counting this as one game, both these, you know, because this is just a chess, checkers and tic-tac-toe standard set. And they love playing that too. They love playing checkers as well. But yeah, I mean, this was great, and I think chess is super educational. There's a lot to be learned from that. Okay, so the next on my list is going to be this game, Totally Gross. I picked this one for a couple of reasons. One, they find it really fun, which is obviously very important with a game. And two, they definitely learn a lot from it. It's a game where they learn a lot of science-related things. And yeah, they just have the best fun with it. It's like a standard kind of board game, going around, got to get to the middle. But on those cards, they teach them lots of different facts, and there's even some things they have to act out. But yeah, I mean, I've even learned stuff with this. When they first got it, I used to read some of the cards out for them, and I've even played a couple of games, and yeah, I was learning stuff too. So that one was definitely great. Next on my list, I think will have to be these ones. Now these, I've counted as 4 in my top 10. They are 4 separate, completely different games, but they're all the same kind of games, and you play them in the same way. I love them because they come in these nice, neat little boxes, so they're nice and easy to transport. And they have to look at the facts on one side. Let me just get one. They have to look at the facts on one side. They have a certain amount of time to remember them, and then they pass the card on to someone else who will ask one of the questions, and then they've got to know the answer. And these, my kids absolutely love these games, and they come in all different subjects. We've just got 4, but there's so many more. And we honestly want most of them. I think their favorite one is the science, nature, and the animal ones, just because those are topics they know a lot on. Oh, and space. They're not so keen on the US presidents. I think honestly that's because they know the least about the US presidents at the moment. So, especially being they're originally from Europe, my older two that play these games at the moment. But I wanted them to have this one so that they could obviously learn a lot more about them. So, yeah, that's pretty good. So, yeah, these games are great, and I love them, and I say you can definitely take them with you easily in the car or something. Then my next one, I think, is going to be this one. You think you like this one, Lorenzo?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, they find this really fun. They learn a lot from it. You learn a lot, don't you, from this one?
Yeah, it's similar to that animal one.
Yeah, okay. He says it's similar to this one. Because, you know, it's got a lot of facts in it again. So they're going to learn a lot of facts. Yeah, I've played this one with them, and it is actually pretty fun. Especially if they're into knowing stuff about wildlife and things like that. So yeah, they definitely enjoy this one. And I've learned a lot from them. They're actually, my kids, my oldest two kids are really knowledgeable actually when it comes to animals, especially wild animals and stuff. So it's really hard to lose, to win when you play against them with this. And so I was actually surprised how much they already know. But yeah, this was definitely a great buy. They really, really enjoy it. And then my last game in my top 10 is this one, Clumsy Thief. This is like a card type game. Now this one is good for math. I'm just trying to open it with one hand. Here we go. It's not good for complicated math. It's more simple math. It's good for adding up to numbers like up to 100 and stuff. So it's kind of quite basic math really, depending on, you know, what kind of level your kids are at. But it's definitely good for keeping them doing math in their heads. Yeah, so that's a good one, and it's quite fun. It's nice. It's really nice if you like card games. Then we've actually got 11 games here because they picked out 10. And then I asked them why they didn't include this one, because this I brought as an educational game, and I asked them why they didn't include it, and my daughter said because they didn't think it was educational. And I was like, well, do you find it fun? And she said, yeah, they definitely find it fun. They haven't played it an awful lot because I think it takes up a bit of time, which is one of the reasons. But I pointed out to my daughter, it definitely is educational to a degree, especially because, I bought this more as a geography type game. Did you have something to say, Lorenzo?
Yeah, it's super duper fun.
It's really fun. Okay. So yeah, they definitely enjoy it. I don't always know all the times they've played this. I actually played with it I played this with them the first couple of times when we first got it, and then since then I've struggled because my toddler doesn't really let me play this kind of thing. He likes to come along and mess the board up. So, but yeah, they do find this fun. But my daughter didn't think it was educational, but I pointed out to her that it is, because in the sense of geography, because as you can see, they're going to be learning where a lot of the cities are by playing this game. I can't really remember the game as well as they should. I'm not sure if there's definitely a lot of thinking involved. There's a lot of planning involved. Yeah, I remember that for sure. You have to really plan carefully. So, it definitely gets the brain going really well. It's a lot more advanced than doing something like snakes and ladders, that's for sure. But it's definitely helping with geography. And I actually want to get, especially now I know that they enjoyed this game, they've got other ones. For instance, there's one of Europe. So that's definitely going to help with their geography when they're doing ones on other places as well. So yeah, they've got like a Europe one. I believe they've got like an Asia one. I'm not sure if they have others. I imagine they've got some that cover the whole world. But I know they've definitely got a European one that I wanted to get. So yeah, so this one I feel is really good for geography. So that's kind of a bonus game, I guess, our number 11. So that's all our recommended games. We do have other games they play. These are just the top ones that, I mean, I told the kids to go pick out their favorite educational games and the ones they thought were best for learning, and this is what they picked. I mean, they've got some other games, some, you know, of the classics like Monopoly, etc. And honestly, I think when they're playing any board games, they're gonna do some form of learning, but I think these are the most educational ones out of all of them. Okay, this is just a little bonus extra thing. I was just putting the games away and I saw these and I just wanted to mention these too. These are puzzles. They've got a lot of puzzles, but these ones I really love. I find them particularly educational. This one obviously is a good geography one, getting to know the states. It's a nice big puzzle, but I just think it's great for them getting more familiar with where all the states are. And then this one I love, especially when they've got a father like Kaylin, who is obviously all about the body and anatomy. I think this one's pretty good. You see, they have to learn, and normally I make them do the puzzle and then I ask them, I test them, you know, what's number one, what's number two, kind of thing, to see if they've been learning as they've been putting it together. They haven't done these puzzles for a while. They were a bit younger when I first bought these, but yeah, these have definitely been well used, and I definitely think these are really educational. So yeah, I just wanted to add that on as a little extra.